Yo, what is going on, guys? It is Huggy Face Gaming here, and welcome to another Dragon Ball video. Now, within this video, guys, I have a lot, and I mean a lot of things to talk about. So let's just get deep into all of this news and information because we have stuff to talk about: the Dragon Ball movie, as well as Dragon Ball Heroes, the anime that's going to be coming out in about like a week. It's really close from coming here, as well as some news and information towards Xenoverse. If you guys are actually interested to hear what they're doing for Xenoverse, so without wasting any more time, let's just get deep into what exactly is happening. So to start things off, I am going to be talking about obviously the movie that's going to be coming out. We did get to see some scans of new character designs that they're actually choosing for the characters. We got to see Goku and Vegeta within codes, which is really crazy because it kind of has to do with the whole Goku actually finding that mysterious Saiyan within the mountains. It could get a little chilly, so they do have their coats. We also get to see some scans of Frieza, which is cool, and we get to see some scans of Frieza's new scout troops that he actually has, which a lot of people are saying that the female that's actually there kind of has a resemblance of Bulma, which is crazy, which I honestly do see the resemblance as well. We do get to see 3 new, scout troops that Frieza actually has for this movie, even though I doubt they're going to be like the main focus of the movie because obviously it's going to be about the Saiyans, so I don't think they're going to be focusing on Frieza too much. But in my opinion, it's really crazy how every time we get to see Frieza, he always has a new crew. Like, when we actually first saw him within the Planet Namek saga, he had people like Zarbon, the Doria, Q, I believe it was like Q or something like that, as well as the Ginyu Force. And obviously we move on to Resurrection F, where he has the crew of that small purple dude, as well as like the big guy with the horns and the skinny guy that, obviously Ginyu actually possesses and changes body within the anime. Like, it's really crazy how now he has these group of people. Like, I wonder how he's going to treat these guys, if he's even going to kill them like he did with some of the members of his older crew within Resurrection F, the movie. So it's going to be crazy to see what he actually does. But I'm getting super hyped for this movie because seeing how these characters look and like the lab codes and all the character designs, it's really crazy how much detail they're actually putting towards these characters. I wonder why they're wearing the coats. Like, is this going to be part of the movie or something? Like, I really cannot wait to see what happens. But obviously that was just a small little scan that we got to see about the movie. Nothing too big. If there would have been more about like the story and everything that's going to be happening, I'd be talking about about the movie a lot more. But there really isn't that much to talk about in terms of the movie. It's just some character scans that they actually introduced. But now let us move on to something that I do want to talk about, which is obviously Prison Planet, the new arc for Dragon Ball Heroes. I really cannot wait for this to happen because July 1st is coming really quick, guys. Like, I really cannot wait for this to actually come out. I might actually be able to do a review of it, as well as get my thoughts and opinions about what I actually think about Dragon Ball Heroes, because I'm actually going to be going on vacation on July 8th, so that gives me like about a week to make a video before I leave talking about Prison Planet. But we did get to see a little teaser trailer on Prison Planet. It was like 20 seconds long, I believe, but in those 20 seconds we got to see a lot of things within it. We got to see the evil Saiyan power up, which is crazy because when the evil Saiyan actually powers up, he goes into like a berserk mode where he rips off the jacket that he's wearing, which is really cool. He's giving me a lot, and I mean a lot, like Broly vibes when Broly goes berserk. I know a lot of people like within the anime community have been saying that he kind of resembles Broly when he powers up, because he does get really muscular, obviously ripping off his shirt and whatnot. We get to see, obviously in the beginning, we get to see, I believe it's Super Saiyan 4 Goku versus Super Saiyan Blue Goku, so that's going to be crazy to see how that plays out. We got to see Trunks within Prison Planet, like he's kind of stuck in the door opens and we get to see like the overall city of Prison Planet. Some shots of Few, as well as at the very end of the trailer, we do get to see Super Saiyan Blue Vegito. Now, I wonder what exactly Super Saiyan Blue Vegito is going to be doing within this anime, because who is he going to be fighting? Like, is he going to be fighting Super Saiyan 4 Goku? Like, is Super Saiyan 4 Goku going to be so strong that they need to fuse, obviously Vegeta and Goku? Or are they going to fuse to fight the evil Saiyan? Because if that is the case, how strong is this evil Saiyan? Like, it's really crazy how so many people are excited that their favorite character being Vegito. I mean, in my opinion, that's a lot of fan favorite characters. But honestly, seeing Vegito is really sick. But at the same time, it raises more questions as to why exactly he's there and who exactly is he going to be fighting. That's all I really have when it comes to Dragon Ball Heroes. Now, let us move on to the last thing within the Dragon Ball community. Another thing about news and information, and that is regarding DLC 7 of Xenoverse 2. Now, if you're a Xenoverse fan, get ready to hear this news and information, because we are getting a DLC 7, and the first character that was introduced was Baby Vegeta. Now, a lot of fans, including myself, are kind of disappointed how they're barely putting Baby Vegeta in after obviously 6 DLCs passing. They're finally putting Baby Vegeta in. We kind of thought Baby Vegeta would have already been a character since the very beginning, because obviously within Xenoverse 1 he was already like a main boss, you know, his Gorilla Ape form or a Zuru form, if you guys want to be like specific on the wording of the transformations. He was already a villain there, and obviously in Xenoverse 2 he was like the same type of villain in that one as well within his Zuru golden form. So it's crazy how they didn't even manage to put Baby in, but now they actually put Baby in, but in form of DLC. And that kind of brings the question as to who else is going to be introduced within this DLC, because I doubt they're just going to put Baby in and just like, all right, here you guys go, DLC 7. No, I feel like they should be adding more characters, and that's where they're kind of saying that they wanted fan favorite characters that you guys would want within their game, which is crazy in and of itself that they're actually asking for the fans to see what characters they'd like to see within the actual game itself. A lot of people are actually choosing characters like Caulifla, KO, Kefla, the Fusion, as well as Topo, and these are really, really valid characters that if they actually introduce, I might actually be picking up the DLC myself, because in the end, you know, God of Destruction Topo, his design is just so sick. I really cannot wait to see how exactly he looks if they actually put him within the game. But within the comment section below, you guys tell me what characters you'd like to see within Xenoverse 2, and that kind of brings in the discussion that I kind of been having to myself for a really, really long time. And that is, why are they even doing this at this point? Like, why are they still dishing out DLC for Xenoverse 2? Like, in my opinion, I feel like Xenoverse 2 has been dead for quite some time, ever since Fighters came out. I find myself playing Fighters more than I see myself playing Xenoverse, because Xenoverse at this point, I've already completed all, you know, the parallel quests, the training. I've gotten every single form. I've done a lot within Xenoverse 2. Like, there's really not that much you could do anymore. I wish they could kind of start doing production of Xenoverse 3, because the Xenoverse saga in and of itself is just so interesting. Like, obviously when it comes to Xenoverse 3, they could revolve it around Few, because we didn't really get like a conclusion as to what Few was going to be doing within DLC 6. He was just like, all right, peace out guys, like I'm gonna just be causing more mischief later on, which I feel like when it comes to when it comes to Xenoverse 3, they might actually be introducing Few as a main villain. But that's kind of the thing, Few isn't really a villain per se. He's just kind of like someone who likes to do whatever he wants. Like, obviously he's causing time rifts and everything for people to kind of get mad and kind of have a hard time fixing, but at the same time he's giving everyone allies to actually help him out throughout the fight, which is crazy, because obviously it was in that scene where they brought in Jiren, he gave him Tapion to actually join the fight and whatnot. So Few isn't really that much of a villain, just a troublemaker in my opinion. So I kind of wish how they could just continue on that story of Few within Xenoverse 3, instead of just adding and adding and adding more DLC, just milking out more money from the sellers. Not the sellers, the consumers, because us people, we do love DLCs and we do want to have like that completeness of having every single character. So I mean, I'm gonna be picking up the DLC no matter what, so I could, you know, dish out some content on that, you know, give you guys my perspective of the DLC characters, their movesets, how they work, and how good the DLC actually is, if it's even worth buying and whatnot. Like, you guys don't have to worry, I will be doing videos like that for you guys who actually want to see the DLC before you could actually purchase it yourself, just to make sure that it's not like a bad DLC per se. But at the same time, I am pretty disappointed how they're still dishing out all of this DLC when they should be focusing on a new game. Maybe when they actually make DLC, no, I keep saying DLC 3, hopefully if they make Xenoverse 3, they actually include all of these characters already within the roster and everyone else can be DLC, because a lot of characters that we've gotten for this game have been just ridiculous. Like, we should have gotten them from the start. Like, how many of you guys actually wanted characters like Frost, Kaba, Champa, Vados, any of those characters as DLCs? Like, in my opinion, that was a complete waste of DLC characters. Like, it was really, really disgusting how we got those characters. I mean, I doubt anyone even uses people like Frost, people like Kaba and whatnot. Like, their stats were really, really weak. Obviously later on we did get some really, really cool DLCs in the form of Vegeta Blue, Merge Zamasu, even like Ultra Instinct Goku and Jiren. Like, it was really, really cool that we got those characters. But at the same time, what do you guys have to say about this? Are you guys excited for DLC 7 of Xenoverse 2, or are you kind of like on my footing here, like my mentality, thinking that they should stop making DLC and start focusing on the new game? Because at the same time, like, you don't really want to keep on wasting more and more and more money on DLC when they could be, you know, creating a new game that a lot of people are really, really hyped for. A lot of people do love the Xenoverse series. At this point, I feel like a lot of more casual gamers like to play Xenoverse rather than Fighters, because obviously Fighters has that whole, you know, competitive feel to it. So a lot of people like playing Xenoverse for the casuality, just because it's an easy game to kind of get used to, you know, learning the moves and whatnot. Like, it's a really, really fun game, and I do enjoy Xenoverse, but I really wish they could just continue on with another Xenoverse rather than dishing out DLC, which I'm kind of scared that they might actually do that for fighters as well. Like, I feel like when it comes to fighters, there's so many character selections that they could choose from. They could choose from, you know, Ultra Instinct Goku, Jiren, Toppo. Like, they have so many character selections that they could actually include within fighters that I feel like they're going to be on the same boat as Xenoverse 2, which at the end of, you know, like this fighters pass, or like the season pass that they actually have for us, that they might dish out even more characters in future DLCs and whatnot. But at the same time, that's kind of just what microtransactions are at this point. People are really just dishing out as much DLCs as they can to make their games last longer, and I guess that's all right from a business standpoint, but from a consumer standpoint, I am kind of disappointed how this is like the Dragon Ball world we live in, you know, with just continuous DLCs, even though we should have just stopped at 4 DLCs. All of those other characters that they're introducing should have already been introducing should have already been in the game in and of itself. Like, I'm really, really disappointed, but I mean, hey, what can I say? It's up to them. So what do you guys actually say about this? Are you guys excited for DLC 7? Are you guys kind of disappointed on DLC 7? Like I'm saying, what characters do you expect to be included with Baby Vegeta? Are you on the same boat that you want Kefla, Caulifla, Kale, Toppo, all of those characters within the game in and of itself, as well as what do you guys actually think about Prison Planet, the arc coming to Dragon Ball Heroes, and the character designs? And with that being said, guys, thank you so much for watching. This has been a lot of fun to do, because honestly, there's just so much news and information to actually make when it came to this video. I've been kind of lacking. I'm super, super sorry. I kind of wish I had more content for you guys to make. Obviously, as you guys saw, there's a lot of content within this video to actually talk about and discuss about, and hopefully you guys in the comment section actually have a little discussion amongst yourself as to, you know, what you guys expect within Prison Planet, as well as the Dragon Ball movie and DLC 7. And with that being said, guys, that's all I really have for this one. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll catch you all in the next Dragon Ball related video. Stay awesome, guys. Peace.
Gonna change the future. I may be a low-class warrior, but I'm still a Saiyan.